I think more than Varuna, it was me who was inclined, because she's a mountain girl and I'm more a beach boy.
Okay.
So, right about 2 decades, I was wanting to buy something in Goa, but as luck would have it, I found this lovely property, and then we didn't waste too much time and we just went ahead and decided that this is where we would want to be.
But how did you discover it? Okay, so
Go on.
okay, it's recording, right? So, like he said, that he always was very keen to be a part of Goa because the entire embrace it gives you, the warmth. So he was on a hunt, and we were looking for a property, and he used to come down to Goa, and he has a sister who's based out of Goa. So one fine day while he was passing this road, he saw the ad, and that's how we googled, and I think there were some common connects between Stephen and Sanjeev, and that's when they met, and this was, I think, their first venture, right? And and that's, so it was that day, and today we are the proud owners of the house.
Yeah, you see, when we first saw the place, of course, it was under construction. But then to give a shape to your vision, you need to basically visualize what you actually want out of the place.
Yeah.
We've done many changes in the villa based on our own personal requirement. Although the villa came fully furnished, we still use the fully furnished, whatever furnitures we're given, we have used it. But we kind of brought in a little bit of personalization to the whole space, a little bit of more warmth to the whole place. And I think, what was running through our mind was to have a place in our life where which calms you down. So this property kind of got that feeling onto us, that it's a very nice, calm place, although at the heart of Goa, of North Goa, but still very quiet, very peaceful, and gives you a sense of, how should I say, it gives you a sense of near to a very peaceful existence in a place.
It's like you're back home from the busy hustle bustle of the city.
Yeah. So Stephen, according to me, we always keep saying think be local, do global. I think with Stephen is the other way around. He's been global and now he's executing that in local. Because if you look at these Californian themed villas and stuff that he's doing, has not been there in Goa before. I think as a person, I do not look at Stephen as a real estate developer. He does not behave like a real estate developer. He behaves more like a friend who is building his house and he wants to share that house with us. He's as passionate as we are while we build the house. So we didn't feel, I personally didn't feel that with Stephen. I think he's a great guy. He's a lovely human being and a wonderful friend that he has become.
And a very patient.
Person. Yeah. And about Marisa, I think.
Yeah, so I've had very brief encounters with Marisa. It was just twice that I've met her. But just today, while we were at the registration office, we were talking that the kind of passion, the kind of fierceness she brings on the table, which is very, very, contrasting to what Stephen is all about. So she's very action-oriented, she's very precise, she's a hustler, and I think that's what makes them a great pair, a great, working pair also, apart from, their personal life. And of course, Team Anokha, brilliant bunch of folks, very, very helpful. Suvayu is a great guy. I think the number of times I've heard the name Suvayu in my house in the last 1 year, it's like unbelievable, and great team and great experience.
Yeah.
I think, Stephen and Marisa bring onto the table of something called co-creating. They are the first kind of real estate developers I've seen who co-create along with the owners. So there have been so many instances where they never said no to what we wanted to co-create in this villa. So it's very different. Today you don't get people like this. You have a real estate developer who wants to build a villa and he says, okay, this is how the villa is, this is how you'll get it, period. You want to buy it, you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But with Stephen and Marisa, I've seen that, they as a couple always try to blend into whatever maximum, of course, I'm not talking about the exterior part of it, but in interior, in anything that we want to contribute to this community, from a building perspective, they're very open to it. They're never close to it, which is a big quality in today's date and very rare to find. Very, very rare to find. Just to give you a small co-creation, of course, inside the villa, whatever that we thought we would like to do, we did that because we are allowed to do that, and any villa allows you to do that. But I'll give you a small example, and this example is that of the parking which comes with the villa. Now, typically the parking which comes with the villa, people use the car to park, but it's okay. I mean, I wanted that area to be not closed, open, but I also wanted that area to have some kind of a alfresco dining. So the point is, the co-creation happened because if any other developer looked at it or any other guy would like to build it, they would close that area. We never closed it because Stephen said you can never close it. All the furnitures are loose, you can move it. When you want to park a car, we can park a car. When we want to make it into alfresco dining, we can make it into alfresco dining. That is co-creation. When the builder understands the need of the buyer, and the buyer also understands the limits of what the builder can yield up to. But here when you get together and understand this whole concept together, that's what actually is co-creation all about. So in my view, the pre-sales and the post-sales was absolutely seamless, not at all complicated. Again, as I said that, the team before Suvayu and the team while Suvayu was here, post sales, getting small things done, all of that was like a breeze. I don't think Anokha behaves in a manner that a typical real estate company behaves, and for us kind of people that is very important, because if this is any other builder who will have 30,000 issues with our requests, which was not the case in terms of Anokha. Secondly, I would like to specifically mention that I've seen many builders in Goa who deliver the villas nearly 2 years after the RERA date, after taking extension from RERA. Here, I think it was bang on in time just because of a couple of minor issues. There was at the most a month or 2 months of delay. Otherwise, the delivery has been bang on.
Yeah, and even for those 2 months, I have never seen somebody so apologetic or so convincing, and there was like a regular update that there is a delay. Wherein in the the regular builder fraternity, people normally don't get back. It's like open-ended. So that kind of taking accountability of what deliverables lie at your end is very important.
Every time that I used to speak to Stephen, he used to say, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it." So, that itself for us who's investing so much of money in a villa is so satisfying that, here is the builder, and it was never that he let his assistants or anybody come on to the call. He personally took every single call of mine. And that is what makes Anokha Anokha. Yeah.
So my favorite spot in the house, I think, is that wall, the wall behind the dining table. So that entire space is something that I really love. I enjoy watching, that space a lot. And I think the origin of it also was very uncanny. And we were here when the house was getting primed and all. And I didn't like the whole feel of the laterite wall because it was making the room very bulky. So we said we'll just use some kind of a paint or some kind of a distress thing, and for that they said okay fine, we'll just do one round of that putty, what do you call it, primer, and then we'll decide what color. I said, hold on. I think the primer looks absolutely fine. There's no paint, nothing. It's just one coat of primer. I said, don't do anything but just leave it as it is. So it was very experimental, but the whole space comes out so beautiful. For me, that's like the most beautiful corner of the house. Yeah.
Well, for me, my favorite spot is the terrace, where we have a jacuzzi and where we have a lounge setup where we can just chill. I think that is a space where I would like to have an afternoon sosegado there on the terrace.
Conversation.
And it's a nice place for conversation. It's a nice place to party. So yeah, that's my spot.
So the three things which really make me feel like I'm at home when I come from Bombay is, one is this sofa. I really like the sofa, like the way it is, the design it brings to the house. Second is the living room and the kitchen. It feels like I'm at my own house and I can sit, do whatever I want. And the third best thing is my bedroom, which makes me feel like I am sleeping at my house. So it's not like I'm in some hotel and I have to maintain everything. So it feels like I can go and sleep and think that it's my own home and not feel that, oh, it's a vacation, I'm going to go back. I feel like, yes, this is my home and like this is not a vacation where this will end one day.